Each week we've talked about something different. We've covered everything about the music industry, such as film aspect, royalties, contracting, beat making, songwriting, everything that you could possibly imagine. And
my favorite workshops were when I was learning how to use a camera using the different angles, because it really helped me realize that maybe long term I could want to do that.
Joining this program, it kind of taught me a lot of things about photography, aperture, shutter speed, ISO, how to work a camera, how to make sure I get good lighting, and making sure that I get good footage and good images.
As far as photography, I learned new things about the camera because I didn't really know too much about the camera. I learned about ISO, aperture, shutter speed, stuff like that. Camera angles, that was most definitely helpful.
I've learned how to change some settings in the camera to help fix how you see through the lens. And music side, I've seen how all the production works and how you could do all those things, not just only making music.
The angles, with the lights and all that, the setup, and then music, the different tools they use in the studio, the chords and all that.
Learned after most of this program is camera work is a lot. It's not really as simple as it seems for me, but I got the hang of it.
I didn't learn how to put a camera together. I didn't learn how to change my aperture, my ISO, my shutter speed. None of that. How to put the battery, the SD card. There's a lot of things. It's not as easy as you think. The camera is really complicated to control.
What I've learned about music and photography, there's a lot more stuff that comes with it than what I assumed. It's a lot of science. There are a lot of, I'd say, verbiage, terms and things you have to use for.
I've actually learned a lot. I've learned that when it comes to photography, you have to be still when holding the camera, and you don't have to do too much with the camera. Me coming to this program actually helped me see how I can express myself through music more.
Since I've been here, I learned how to professionally angle a camera from anywhere you need to set up the lighting at. I learned about all different angles, key lighting, and the backlighting.
When I learned about music, it takes time. It takes time and patience, and it's just hard. It's hard for to hear what you sound like and hear your own voice.
What I got to learn from this program with cameras was that I got to learn how to set up a camera, got to learn some more in-depth stuff about how to use a camera. For example, I learned what ISO was, aperture, shutter speed. I didn't really know any about that stuff until I got into this program.
I learned that there's so much more to music than just recording, producing, and the beat. There's effects you use, there's time and effort to make the music you want to make sound good.
I learned about the 3-point lighting. That was one thing I didn't know about before.
I know a little bit more about music, how to make my own beats and own melodies and stuff like that.
I learned more about the camera itself and not just taking pictures and recording videos. I learned about ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. I didn't know about that before part of Yo.
Basically getting your angles right with the light, how you could change the light in any type of way you can with just small lights. You don't even need big lights. Natural lights, your back lights, your front lights, your side lights.